I wanted just to spend a few minutes explaining to you what we've done with the book and also the new things and the improvements that we've made over the third edition. Now, the first thing is when you do an update, you have to really take into account the changes that's happened in the external environment. And between the third and the fourth edition, we've been in an operational situation in the whole of Europe where we've been dealing with Brexit and the outcome from the Brexit vote. Not only that, we've also had the changes in political leadership, particularly in the UK and the US, and the effect that's had on globalisation and international finance. And with that backdrop, we're not only looking at the changing geopolitical situation, we're also looking at the technological advances that's had such an effect on the way in which businesses are doing their operations and running their operations, going from the way in which they price products all the way through to the securities exchanges that are using financial technology. With all these changes, there's always a worry about the way in which the world is moving and how the change may impact upon the way in which we're making decisions. And we've seen very clearly over the last few years why ethics and sustainability has been coming to the forefront of thinking, not just among investors but also among governments as well. And we've reflected that change in our update, and so now we've got a lot more focus on ethics and sustainability, and we have new sections, for example, around the triple bottom line, which is an attempt to go just beyond profit making but into a broader look at performance and contribution by a company. And not only that, we've also had changes in accounting standards, and the big accounting standard that really had a big impact is the standard on leasing. So much so that we had to rewrite the chapter on leasing completely. It changes everything really in terms of how we look at this from a finance perspective, and our leasing chapter now completely adapts that. So we've got all of those things, and in terms of the book, in terms of giving you the real flavour of how these changes have impacted finance and financial thinking and decision making, all of our examples have been updated to look at, the UK, European environment, also other parts of the world like South Africa and the Gulf region. And so all of the cases, all the real life cases we've got are now reflecting all of those changes, so you can see how what we're talking about in terms of the main text has an impact on real world application. And that then goes into the final part, which is the questions at the end of every chapter. We've updated about a third of all the questions in each chapter and given them a refresh, looked at ways in some of the questions that didn't work so well in the past and updated those. And so bringing all of that together, we believe that we've really created something special with Corporate Finance 4th edition, and we truly expect that you will come to the same conclusion. So please enjoy this book, and if you've got any feedback, let me know, and I'll be sure to incorporate it into any further revisions that I make. Thank you.